I'm doing some Christmas crafting for this live. I'm going to be making a miniature diorama using this little truck and camper figurine that came together. I got this from the dollar store. And then I got this little box from the dollar store as well that I'm going to use as the base for the diorama. But yeah, it's super simple, easy to make. And I'm going to be coming out with a video on Sunday about how to make your own if you're curious. Well, let's see if I can. This is my first time doing a live upstairs in my art studio, and I typically use my cell phone to watch the chat, but I think I've got to pull it up on my computer today, so just need one sec to figure this out here. Perfect. Still showing vertically, huh? Do I need to flip this around? Yeah, this is my first time trying to film something horizontally on my phone, so I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. But I hope everyone's having a good day so far. Let me just get this camera angle adjusted. I thought that it would show up horizontally, but I guess we've only got a vertical view. There we go. All right. How's that? I hope everyone can see this okay. Okay. Am I gonna be able to see the chat? Join the chat to interact. It's not letting me open up the chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out my first live upstairs in the art studio. All the other lives I was doing before, I was working on painting this huge abstract piece on my door. So all I had to do was set up my tripod and get filming, but it's not turning out like that with this. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready to do this now. Took me a minute. But yeah, if you're just popping in, please give this video a like. I'm working on some Christmas crafting today. A little bit different than the lives I was doing before. I was working on painting this huge abstract piece on my door for all my other lives. So this is my first live doing something a little bit different. But yeah, I love to do crafting just as much as I love painting. So I thought I'd share this project with you. This is going to be a little miniature Christmas decor diorama thing. So I got both of these things from the dollar store. And today I'm going to be working on making a little scene out of it. So first things first, I got to get those out of there. So my plan is to kind of paint like, gotta get this stuff out of here, to paint like a scenic background. In the background will be like some trees and stuff, and then the little truck will be sitting in here like that, and I'm going to be using some white glitter to make it look like snow's on the ground. And then I'm going to be covering the whole outside of this with some like plaid Christmassy sort of paper. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I've done one other miniature diorama before, but it was like an indoor scene, so this is my first sort of outdoorsy scene for this. Hey Carl, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope everyone can see and hear everything all right. Took me a minute to figure out the setup. But yeah, I've been doing these lives. This is my sixth 6th live on YouTube. Before, all the previous 5 were all of me working on painting a huge abstract piece, but I kind of wanted to take a break from that today. And I have a video coming out this Sunday for this project, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to work on it as a live. And then if anyone wants to see the final product and maybe make your own, I'm going to have like the steps and everything in this video that I have coming out on Sunday. Yeah, I really enjoy crafting and making little miniature things like this is a lot of fun to me. Definitely not just a painter. I'm a crafter. I'm a mixed media artist. I'm a sculptor. I like to just do all the things. Anything creative that I can do with my hands, I'm there for it. Gotta thin this paint out a little bit with some water. It's getting kind of old and thick. So this is going to be the background of the truck. I'm thinking just like a night sky with some snow falling down. And I know some of these steps, like this step is going to probably take a minute to dry, so I also have another project that I figured I'd work on while this is drying, so there'll be something for me to do the whole time. I made these Christmas trees out of Jenga blocks last year, and I didn't get around to painting one of them, so I figured I'd better paint it up today and get it all decorated with my Christmas decorations later on. I'm trying to not do the paint too thick so it doesn't take forever to dry, but I can always just grab my blow dryer and do that if I need to. Hopefully there's no lag in the stream or anything. It's showing a lag on my end, but I hope you guys can see it still. I can't see my camera, so I don't know what you can see. I hope this is an alright view. But yeah, I like to do crafting. I love to paint. I love to sculpt. Any kind of creative thing that I can do, I'm there for it. For the longest time, like this was over 10 years ago, all I used to do was just paint. But then I just got kind of burnt out on painting, and that's kind of what led me to trying out other mediums and getting more into crafting, and you gotta have a variety. There we go. I love a little variety with my creative endeavors. So I just need to, oh! I forgot I was gonna do the road brown, but that's okay. I'll just do a light coat of black, I guess, and then I'll do some brown over that. Yeah, I really love miniature things, so I thought it'd be fun to make a little mini diorama, a little Christmas scene. The only other Christmas diorama thing I've made was a couple years ago. I made this holiday memorial piece for my hubs, and if you want to see what that project's about and you want to make your own, I've got that video on my channel. But it was kind of the same idea. I got this little tray thing, wooden tray box thing from the dollar store. And then I just made it look like a little inside of a house, and I made this little rocking chair out of miniature clothespins. And it turned out so cute. So if you're curious about even just the miniature clothespin rocking chair that I made, I have a video on that as well. But yeah, I hope to inspire people to tap into their creativity, and that's one of my biggest goals with my channel, And that's why I love to share a variety of different projects for people to make, because I know everyone's into different things. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've done any crafting like this. It's very relaxing. I don't really need to cover this, the edge of this, because I'm thinking I might end up covering it with some nautical rope that I got from Dollar Store. Yo, what up, Dondrell? Appreciate you hopping in. Enjoy your bike ride. That sounds like fun. Appreciate you popping in, y'all. Check out Dondrell Lee Artistry. Awesome artist. Not just here on YouTube, but he shares his work on YouTube, so give him a follow. See what he's doing. Just doing some Christmas crafting today. Something a little different. Alright, I think that's good enough. I don't want this paint to be too thick. I'm trying there. Enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the ride. I bet it's a beautiful day for a ride. Heck yeah. Sounds like fun. I would love to get a motorcycle one day. It must be such a freeing feeling. But yeah, trying to get creative. I woke up and it was kind of gloomy outside, and I was just kind of feeling blah earlier, but the sun's coming out now, so it's starting to perk me up a bit. So, I'm going to let this dry. There we go. And because this has like these open edges for the little handles, my plan for that is to glue just a black construction paper and cover up the edges so it doesn't look so weird on the sides of it. So I guess I can do that now. Yeah, this is the little mini truck that I'm going to be using for this. I love miniature things, and when I saw this miniature truck at the dollar store, I was like, yes, I need this for something. I do that a lot though. I'll just go to the store and I see something I'm like, and I'm like, okay, I can make something out of this. And sometimes it just sits around for a couple years before the inspiration hits, but I'm glad to be doing this project today. So I've just got to cut this paper up here so I can cover these little tray holes. And then I'm going to splatter some white paint in here to make it look like it's snowing. Yeah, I've never done anything like this before, this sort of scene, and so this morning I was looking on Pinterest trying to get some ideas of some inspiration of what I could possibly do with this piece, and I found some actually, because I wasn't really sure how I was going to paint the road. Originally I was just going to do a brown, a brown road, but I decided I'm going to do a brown road with some glitter on it instead, so it looks like it's been snowing. But I've got to get these holes covered up first, so when I splatter the white paint, we'll get some white paint on this area too. I don't know if you can hear my dogs yapping outside, but sorry if you can. They're going psycho right now. The little terrorists of the neighborhood. So, got some Mod Podge I'm going to use for this. Typically the glue I like to use when I'm crafting is just hot glue. But with this kind of surface, I don't want any like bumps from the hot glue because I'm going to be gluing this area and I don't want any bumps in there, so I need to have a smooth coat of paint. If I can get this Mod Podge open, gotta get some pliers out. I think the Mod Podge just kind of glued this lid shut, so see what I can do here to get this off. Yeah, how's everyone else's day going? Everyone ready for Christmas? Got your tree up? Got your decorations up? I can't open this. 1 second. We gotta get the strong man to open it. There we go, I got it. Yeah, I'm kind of slacking on my decorating this year. I usually do it like decorate for Christmas like right after Thanksgiving, but this year I've been slacking on it. But I guess it kind of works out because I'm, you know, making this project, and when I decorate my whole living room, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I screwed up. I just realized that I don't want to glue it like this because then the glue is going to be peeping through. So I only want to glue around the edges. So let me put the Mod Podge directly onto the box a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, we have the Christmas tree up. The lights are on it, but we still need to add the ornaments. And put up all the other decorations. Every year I like to try to make something new for my own Christmas decorations. And I guess this year this will be the project that I make. I also really want to do some ornaments too. I've got a bunch of blank ornaments, and I have a Cricut that I can use to cut out some vinyl and make some Christmas ornaments out of that. Yeah, Christmas ornaments are so much fun to make, and like you can get the clear ornaments from the dollar store. And you could even just throw some paint in there or some glitter if you don't have a Cricut. Yeah, Cricut is just like it cuts vinyl, it cuts paper, it cuts all kinds of designs, and it's so much fun to use. I've been thinking about maybe doing some videos on the Cricut, because I know Christmas is coming up, and maybe some people are getting Cricuts for Christmas and aren't too sure how to use it. So I thought that might be a fun thing to do. Let me know what y'all think about that. But they have different models of Cricuts, some that can cut wood and engrave in metal and all kinds of stuff like that. I have like the basic one that you can cut paper and vinyl with. And fabric as well. There we go. So I just had to cover that up. I think we'll do it like this, so now it won't look like there's just some big gaps in this little scene. But while this is still wet, I can continue working and do some splatter with my paint. This is going to get a little bit messy, but it's always a little more fun when you can make a little mess, right? So let me get my white paint out here. Oh, my paper's not sticking. There we go. Yeah, I have some of this cheaper acrylic paint, because at one point I was teaching paint classes, and this brand of paint is perfect for beginners, and I like to use this kind of paint for projects like this, kind of my craft projects. So I'm not using my nicer paint for this sort of thing. So I've got my paint. This is already pretty thin, but I'm going to thin it out just a little bit more with some water. Let's see, can I scooch this up a bit? Yes. This is my first time trying to film vertically, so it's a little bit of a learning curve for me here. I'll get a little bit of paint on my brush. I might stand up for this part so I can get a better look at what I'm doing here. And then it's very simple. You just get some white paint on your brush, some very thin white paint, and you flick it. And this is going to be the snow. Oh, I don't want to get paint on that. This is such a fun technique to use. Like, even when I'm painting, I like to use this technique of painting, like splattering the paint for like backgrounds. It's a nice way to add some texture and some life to a background if you're looking for a background idea. But see, now where I covered up those holes, it'll just look like part of the sky. I'm trying to angle this so you can see it too. But if you can, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps a girl out. I appreciate your support and everyone coming in and popping in and taking time out of your day to watch me do these things. I really enjoy it. I've been really enjoying doing live streaming. And we'll just put a little bit on the ground of this too for good measure. Yeah, just a really simple, basic technique. There we go. Now we have snow. Let's add a little bit more. All right. Need to clean this paint off of this brush. So when I'm painting, unless I'm working on a huge piece, I'll have like a cup of water, of course, to dip my brush in. But if I'm doing something like this, I'll just use my spray bottle and spray down the brush and just leave it soaking in a wet rag so the paint doesn't dry on it. All right. Next step, I can work on painting the road. This is going to be the road of this diorama. So this is the little truck and the little camper that I'm going to have glued down on here eventually. But I need to build up my background before I can add anything to the foreground. So that's kind of my thing right now. Hey Yugi, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I thought to mix it up a little bit today and take a break from working on the door. Today I'm making a little miniature Christmas diorama thingy. I just made the background. This is like the sky with the snow coming down, and then there's going to be this truck here. But I'm going to paint some Christmas trees in the background too. But yeah, how's your day going? I hope you're doing good. I still have probably a couple more sessions left on the huge door. But yeah, it's coming along. I worked on it a little bit yesterday, just adding some designs, but I've got to get some more black paint pens. So I thought that'd be another, reason I kind of need to take a break from it today. But, so I'm going to paint some green Christmas trees in the background. But if I'm going to paint, if I want to get a nice vibrant coat of paint, I'm not going to be able to just paint the green trees onto the black background. So what I'm going to do is paint these trees in using some white. And then I'll go over these areas with green and I'll get a nice vibrant coat of green instead. Yeah, how's your day going? Are you so excited to go watch the Lord of the Rings movie? My paint's turning gray because the background's still kind of wet, but that's okay. Just some simple little pine trees in the background. Another idea I saw this morning when I was looking for inspiration for this piece was I saw people like Mod Podging napkins, like Christmas themed napkins into their backgrounds and stuff. And I thought that looked super cute too, but I don't have any Christmas napkins, so I'm just gonna have to paint mine by hand. But yeah, there's literally like so many different ideas that you could do this for. You could Mod Podge some napkins, Christmas napkins, or Mod Podge even like paper in the background if you don't feel comfortable painting. The only thing I really do wish I had was some little miniature trees that I could, like some actual little pine trees that I could put back here, but I think painting them will be fine too. Just want a little something going on in the background so it's not just plain, so plain looking, you know. You could even put like Merry Christmas in the background if you didn't want to do a scene. You could put Happy Holidays or whatever. Just paint that on there. If you have a Cricut, you could cut it out with vinyl. So yeah, just some little trees like that I think will be fine. And we'll do a little half of a tree on the side so it's not so plain on the edge here. Just a half of a tree. Maybe we'll do a little one over here too. We're painting happy little trees, as Bob Ross would say. Thank you, Yugi. Yeah, these little boxes are perfect for this kind of thing. I don't know if you saw the diorama I made. I think I made it on Twitch a couple years ago. I made a little diorama using one of these boxes. The one I used before was like way deeper, so I could add a lot more to it, but this is working out. Oh, Duke, go on, buddy. My dog just came in here. He was all hyped up. He slid and fell a little bit on the wood floor. These dogs are old, but they're still full of spunk, I'll tell you what. So I'm just trying to get another coat of white on here. Eventually these trees are going to be green. But if I want to get a nice vibrant green, I've got to give it a nice base to go on top of. So that's why I'm doing this step. These might even look kind of cool white, like they're totally covered in snow, but I think some green in the background would add a nice little touch to it. Have you ever done any sort of Christmas crafting before, Yuki, or anybody out there? I always like to try to make one new decor piece a year for Christmas and Halloween. Hey BT, how's it going? Thanks so much. How are you today? I appreciate you popping in. I'm working on these little trees. These are going to be the background for this little miniature diorama that I'm making. We're painting happy little trees. Trying to get my best Bob Ross voice going. Okay. That should be good. I think I'll be able to get a nice vibrant green on these. I don't know. I'm going to leave it for now. I might go over them some more once the paint's dried a little bit. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good day. Yeah, you got to make sure you beat the devil out of your brush. That's right. That's right. You know, I heard this rumor about a lot of people think that Bob Ross was like a serial I don't know if you can you say killer on YouTube? I guess I'm going to, but people were saying that Bob Ross was a serial killer, and one of the reasons is because he used to say that to beat the devil out of your brushes, which I thought was pretty silly. But yeah, I love Bob Ross. I just did my very first Bob Ross paintings this past year. I did a couple of miniature ones. And if anyone wants to check those out, they're posted on my channel as well. But they're only like 2.5 by 2.5 inches. So they're super small, which was nice because they only took me like an hour to paint. But next I'm going to work on painting some brown on here on the bottom, so I have kind of like a road, sort of a road surface. And then we're going to get super messy and use glitter today. I always kind of try to avoid using glitter, just because it's a mess, but I thought it would be a nice touch for this piece. But yeah, I love watching Bob Ross's videos. Like, he's so relaxing. Like, he's a whole vibe. Let me grab a paintbrush. But yeah, I definitely want to do some more Bob Ross paintings. I think I've mentioned this before, but I saw this one artist and they did this Bob Ross challenge where they were, hopefully you can see this okay, where they had somebody choose a Bob Ross piece for them to paint, and then they painted the whole thing just by listening to Bob Ross. Like, they had no visual reference to work on. It was just totally an auditory, like, thing for him. So he painted this whole piece, and I really want to try it. It looks like a really fun challenge. So this is going to be the road. I just thought it'd be good to add a little bit of variety of color in here. It will help make this look a little more realistic, I guess you could say. Whoops. I don't know if I need to bring my trees down further. I might need to bring them down further now that I'm looking at them. Oh, nice, Yugi. That sounds like fun. That's cool. I don't even remember, like, the last time I went to the movies was probably like 10 years ago. And I went to go watch The Shining at this old movie theater in Sacramento. And I was so happy about it because The Shining is like my most favorite scary movie. So it was really cool to like watch it in an old theater. It just kind of added to like the creepy aspect of it. Hey Veronica, how's it going? Nice to see you again. I don't think Bob Ross was a serial killer either. I don't think so, BT. I know that he was a Marine. He was like a, what do you call it? The person in the Marines who yells at all the other people? A drill instructor. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. So it's kind of interesting, like he went from like yelling at people all the time to a totally like chill Bob Ross that we know. Like, there's people out there who saw a totally different version of Bob Ross, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, nice, Yugi. That's awesome. I think I paid like $40 for mine, and I got it off of Amazon. But yeah, are there any digital artists in the house? I was originally planning on using the digital art tablet for making like emojis and stuff like that, but I literally took it out of the box and used it like twice. And then that was all I did with that. I'm kind of bad about getting stuff and then it just sits for a while. Maybe one day I'll get around to using it, but the couple times I used it, it was great. It was very, very responsive. I think I need to bring the paint down a little bit further so these trees aren't like floating in the sky. But how are you today, Veronica? Yes, it's so much fun to make a new like decorative piece every year. I really love to make my own holiday decorations because I know it's something that nobody else has or will have in their house, and so it's always kind of fun to make something that's like totally unique to you, you know? Yeah, I highly encourage you to do that. And something like this, or even like some Christmas ornaments, are like super easy and very basic like thing to start with if you're feeling kind of intimidated by trying to make something. And Dollar Store has this box, and the things that I'm using today I mostly got from Dollar Store. And they also have ornaments at the Dollar Store too. I'm a bit obsessed with the Dollar Store, if you can't tell. I'm doing good, Veronica. How are you? I'm happy the sun came out. I was feeling a little glum earlier because it was like cloudy, but now the sun shines out, so I'm doing good. I swear I'm like a totally different person when the sun's out compared to when it's cloudy. But yeah. Where were you from again, Veronica? Did you pop in here before? And you were from somewhere across the pond from me, I think? Or maybe that was somebody else. But it's good to see you again. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your day to come and hang out with me. Yeah, he was a drill sergeant. That's the word. That's the word. Isn't that so wild to think? Like, Bob Ross was a drill sergeant. He used to yell at people all day. I'm glad that he had the chance to spend his golden years relaxing and painting his time away. But such a legend. I love Bob Ross. I have a Bob Ross shirt. I've got Bob Ross socks. I even have a Bob Ross wig, his afro, and a Bob Ross beard. I made like maybe one video on YouTube where I was wearing my Bob Ross wig and beard, and I did a whole thing like trying to be Bob Ross, like talking like him and everything. I was gonna make a short about like what's the most random thing in your art studio, and that's definitely the most random thing I have is a Bob Ross wig and beard. I'm gonna have to do some more videos wearing it because it's a lot of fun just to dress up and try to talk like Bob Ross. That's about as close as I can get. Yeah, it's fun. I love Bob Ross. Have you ever made any kind of Christmas decorations or anything, Veronica? Are you a crafter? I love crafting just as much as I love painting. I feel like it's just a different set of creative skills, but it's a lot of fun to me. Figured I'd try to get a little more white on here so I can have a nice base coat for the green. Okay, I think that's good for now. So my next step, what should I do next? I probably need to let these trees dry a little bit before, and then I'll paint some green on them. But I also need to, so my next steps are going to be to paint these trees green, and then I need to add the glitter to the bottom so it'll look like it's snowing, but I don't really want to do that until these trees are green. And then eventually I'm going to be covering this whole box with some nice holiday paper. I'll show you the paper. But yeah, these are so much fun to make. I know, Yugi, I do too. I wish I lived closer to you too, girl. I'm so glad that we were able to connect though on the internet. Like, that's seriously one of my most favorite parts about like doing these kind of things is just getting to meet people from all over the world that you would maybe never otherwise meet, you know? Yeah, I'm so happy to have met you. Watching him on a show, I would have never... I know, right? Would have never guessed that he was a drill sergeant, right? That's crazy. He used to be yelling at people all day. I want a Bob Ross, bro. Yeah, I found it on like Amazon, I think. But this is the paper that I'm going to be using to cover up the outside of the box. But that'll be one of my last steps that I do. And then I'm going to take some nautical rope, I think, and I'm going to cover the edges up with that too to make it a little more festive. Let me show you this real quick. So this is the Bob Ross wig and beard that I got. I've only worn it a couple times. I've had it for like a few years now, and I did it, I think on my 1-year Twitch anniversary, I wore it and I did a whole stream as Bob Ross, like trying to talk as him and everything. It was a lot of fun. I might have to try something like that here on YouTube one of these days. I don't know. Okay, maybe we can start on these trees, I think, now. Let me get another plate. I just love to use styrofoam plates as my palette. It's just, then I don't have to worry about cleaning up or anything later. Just let the paint dry and just keep adding layers of paint to it. It works out pretty good for me. Can scooch you up a little bit. But yeah, I found the afro and the beard thingy on Amazon. I think it was like less than 20 bucks too. His redeeming quality is that people who never would have met can, yes, right, Yugi? I love that. I love that. That definitely is one of the only really great things about social media. And you know what else? Like, I kind of touched on this a little bit on one of my past streams, but I think what's really great about like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and whatever, like, it gives people more of an avenue to like share their art. And I feel like people can like actually make a career out of art a lot easier because they have these like places where they can share their work with people, you know? Like when I was growing up, we didn't have social media. I'm gonna age myself if I tell you, but I was older before we even had like Facebook. Like I remember MySpace coming out and then Facebook. But like being an artist as a career like wasn't even really like, I mean, you could do it, but I don't know, I feel like it's a lot easier nowadays, like having these like different avenues and venues for you to share your work with people, you know? So that's another thing I do really like about social media. We're painting some happy little trees. Here we go. See how I'm getting a nice vibrant green on these trees? If I would have just tried to paint this color over the black, they would have been all muddy and not as vibrant. So this is a trick that I've learned over the years. I remember when I first started painting way back in the day. Okay, I guess my internet went out for a second. That sucks. I hope I didn't get too far painting this. Shoot. Okay, well, we're live again. My internet's been acting all funky today for some reason. I don't know why. But thank you for coming back, whoever comes back. I guess my internet went out for a second. I don't know how long it was out for. I hope it wasn't too long. Dang it. There we go. I guess I'm live again. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my internet today. It went out earlier. Sometimes it just goes out for no reason. I don't know. That's frustrating. I guess I gotta keep an eye on my phone so I know if it goes out or not. Let's do a little more. Oh, I need to let this paint dry a little bit before I can do anything with it. Okay. Well, dang it, I hope I didn't miss any steps, because I'm trying to film this video as a tutorial video that I'm going to post as a long form video. Okay. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna work on painting this for now. This is a little Christmas tree that I made using Jenga blocks, and I need to paint it so I can use it to decorate. I've got to go grab the paint for this tree real quick, so I will be right back. Good boy. Hey Maddie, how's it going? I do remember you. How are you today? Thanks for coming back. I've been streaming and I didn't realize my internet went out. And I don't know how long it was out for, but I was streaming and then I noticed, I looked at my phone and it was like not doing anything. So hopefully it doesn't do that again. If my internet cuts out for some other reason, just stick around and I'll be back. I'm going to be finishing this project up today, so yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? You're doing good too? That's what's up. You're having a good day? Whew. Yeah, that sucks. My internet it just went out on me all of a sudden. It's been acting up today, but yeah, I'm just doing some Christmas crafting. And I'm working on this church Christmas diorama thing today. So I have this little that I'm going to be putting in here. But while the trees are drying, I figured I'd put some paint on this Christmas tree that I made. Grab a brush. But yeah, I made this Christmas tree using Jenga blocks that I got from the dollar store. So I need to paint it and make it a little more festive. I've been really into like pastel sort of both Christmas and Halloween decorations, so I'm gonna do it a nice kind of pastel-y purple. I have two other trees I made like this. One's pink and one's aqua. And I do have a video on my YouTube if anyone is wanting to make your own Christmas trees out of Jenga blocks. You can do that too, and they're just these Jenga blocks I got at the dollar store. So super affordable but cute decor that you can make for yourself for Christmas. I'm glad you're doing good, and thank you so much, Magdy. I like your name. That's cool. Ever done any Christmas crafting or made your own kind of decor like this before? I really love making my own like decor because you can customize it. You can customize it to the colors I have in my house. And I'm really into like mountain decor. I live in the mountains, and so I tried to make my living room all like kind of mountainish. And there isn't really much mountain decor like at the store, so it's been nice to be able to make my own too. And I really love this aqua color. I'm obsessed with aqua. So I've been able to make a bunch of aqua stuff as well for my house. Hey K Art, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Just doing some Christmas crafting decor today, but I also love painting and stuff like that. What kind of art do you make, K Art? I'll definitely subscribe to your channel and check out your stuff when I'm done today. I'm always happy to connect with new people and especially artists. So much fun. Feel like we can really like inspire one another, you know? But yeah, this is my sixth live stream I've done on YouTube. The other streams I was working on a giant painting, an abstract painting that I was doing, painting on my dining room door. But I needed to work on this project because I have a video coming out on Sunday on how to make your own. This is going to be like a miniature Christmas diorama. But the little trees are painting, or that I painted, are drying on it right now, so I figured I'd get a coat of paint on this while that's drying, and then I'm going to be moving back on to finish that. But yeah, what kind of art do you make? Do you do crafting or painting, or what sort of artsy things are you into? I appreciate everyone coming and hanging out with me. I was streaming for about 45 minutes and then my internet went out on me, and I didn't know it went out on me. I don't know how long it was out for, but I was just sitting here talking to myself for a minute, I guess. So if it happens to go out again, just stick around because I'm not done streaming for the day. I need to finish up this project, so I won't be off of here until that's done. But yeah, I'm really into like pastel Christmas and Halloween decor at the moment, so trying to paint this little pastel, purpley pastel tree that I made using out of dollar store Jenga blocks. Like, seriously, you can make so much cute stuff out of Jenga blocks. Like, who would have guessed Jenga blocks could be like a nice art material? But it really is. They're great for crafting. I've made all kinds of stuff out of Jenga blocks. I made this like lantern piece out of it, which I've been thinking about making another one just so I can make a video for YouTube out of it. But it's a really easy and fun project. All you need is some Jenga blocks and some glue and some paint. So maybe that'll be a video I'll come out with next year. Thinking sometime maybe around the springtime. But yeah, I love painting, I love crafting, I love doing mixed media art. Any kind of creative thing that I can do with whatever medium I can get my hands on, I love to do it. But there we go, nice purpley pastel tree. Looks like these are drying pretty good. I was thinking about maybe getting my blow dryer out and blow drying these so they could dry a little quicker, but we're just gonna stick with this for now. Let me get, geez, I've used so many paintbrushes so far today. But were you on Dawn Drill's live before, K-Art? I feel like I've seen your name before, maybe. Okay. Let me grab another paint rag. This one is soaked. Oh, I don't have one up here. Okay, never mind. Let me grab this then. Alright, moving back to this. This is going to be a little Christmas decor diorama thing. Got paint all over me. That's how you know it's a good day. Covered in paint. Put this over here. Yeah, it's kind of nice to be sitting down and doing art today, because when I was working on painting the huge door, I had to be standing a lot of the time, so it was a little more tiring than what I'm used to. I'm usually just sitting down doing art. So let's switch gears here. I gotta keep an eye on my phone in case the internet decides to go out on me. Again, I don't know why it keeps doing that today. I don't know if my router needs an update or what. Freaking technology can be so irritating sometimes. Okay. I feel like I better stand up so I can keep an eye on this camera, this phone. So I'm going to do one more coat of green. And then I'm going to splatter some white paint onto these trees so the trees have some snow on them too. I was going to make this project last year, but I think I got kind of stuck on what I should do for the background, so I didn't get around to it, but this year I'm like, it's got to happen. I've already had these materials for a while, so I need to use them up. Painting our happy little Christmas trees. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I've had a lot of fun working on this little project so far today. I don't know what the rest of the day will hold for me. I haven't done any gaming yet today. I usually like to get on to my Fallout 76 and game for a little while in the morning. Do my daily challenges on there, and then I usually end up getting off after that. But last night I played it till almost midnight last night. I was on a Fallout 76 kick yesterday. Then I watched this new movie last night called Speak No Evil. And it was pretty good. It has the guy from Split in it, James McAvoy, I think his name is. He's such a great actor. He's so good at playing a creep. But yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It was like you knew something was going to happen the whole movie, so you're just like waiting for it to, waiting for the shoe to drop. But it ended up being pretty good. I liked the ending of it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but spoiler alert. I love it when the bad guy doesn't make it at the end. The good people won, so that was cool. But yeah, a really good movie. I really like that actor. Split's one of my most favoritist. I don't know if it is a scary movie. It's more of a thriller, but I love that movie. Like, he did such a good job playing all those different characters in that movie. I don't know if anyone's seen Split, but that's another really good one. And the main chick did a really good job in it too, Anna something or other. I saw her in the movie called The Watchers, and she did a really good job in that one too. I wouldn't mind rewatching that one. Yeah, I like my thrillers. Not into scary movies, but I like thrillers. Painting these happy little trees. I wish I could get a better coat of green right here, but this paint is taking its sweet time drying. That's one great thing about acrylic paint is how quickly it dries. I love that about it. So, I guess, I don't know if I should add my paint splatter yet, or I probably need to do one more coat of green on here. I might end up getting my blow dryer real quick and blow drying this. I'll have to mute my mic when I do that though, because I don't want to hurt your ears. But I'll be right back. Hang out. I'm going to go grab my blow dryer so I can get these trees dried, because I don't want to have to wait for them to dry up. buddy. All right, we got the blow dryer. So I'm gonna mute my mic for just a minute so you don't have to hear this blow drying going on. So just give me 1 minute. Because I'm an impatient artist. Okay. I'm gonna mute this mic for just 1 second. All right, we're good to go. Let me come back in. I'm too impatient for paint to dry. We just gotta blow dry the paint sometimes. All right, now I can do one more coat of green. Hopefully that'll do it. And then I can move on to my next step. That's better. Cool. That'll work. Here we go. But yeah, how's everyone's day going? You up to anything fun today? Now I got the hiccups. This is my fun part of the day. Getting to hang out and do some crafting. Because it has been a while since I did any crafting. But it's so relaxing to me, just painting and gluing things and anything creative. Very relaxing to me. Kind of like baking. It's another one of my biggest hobbies. I love to bake. I made some banana bread the other day. I made a loaf for each of my neighbors and then a loaf for myself. Turned out pretty good. Here we go. I really want to like try it. I know it's not baking, but I love cooking too, and I really want to try to make my own pasta. I didn't realize like all you really need is flour and eggs to make pasta. So that might be one of my next things that I try out for the first time. Because I watched this channel on YouTube called Josh and Mama. And I love this lady. She is great. She's so sweet and hilarious. But this woman cannot cook, okay? She does some funky things in her kitchen. She doesn't season her food. But she made pasta. And I'm like, I'm a pretty good cook. And if Mama can make pasta, I know I definitely can do it. So I thought that might be fun. I almost thought about making another YouTube channel just for other things that I like to do, like baking and cooking and stuff. But I don't know. Making YouTube videos and stuff takes a lot of time. I spend a lot of my time during the week working on filming and editing, and thankfully I've gotten a lot faster at editing. Because I was really slow at it before, and it used to frustrate me, but now I like to do it. There we go. I think that's good enough. That's good enough for me. So now I get to do the fun part again and make a mess with my white paint. We're going to splatter some snow like I did in the background. I need to splatter some snow on these trees too. Phew. All right. I think think I was using this brush for the splattering. Yeah, I'm just making a little Christmas diorama today. This is my second ever Christmas diorama. The first one I made was a memorial kind of piece. If anyone wants to see it or maybe make your own, I've got a video already about that on my channel, and I'm gonna have a video coming out for this one on Sunday. So that's why I'm doing this video today. Figured I'll do it live and then I'll make a video too. Let me scooch this out of the way. Let's see. Put this over here. But yeah, this was just a little wooden tray that I got from the dollar store, and I covered the sides of where the handles are with this black paper. Alright, splattering. Oh, I think I need to add more water to this. Little more water. This is one of my most favorite techniques for painting snow or even just backgrounds. Add some nice texture. There we go. There's some art ASMR for you. Just some nice light snow on there so the trees aren't completely covered. Whoop. There we go. Oh, I like it. You know what would be really cute is if I outlined these trees in gold. Oh, no worries, BT. My internet went out too. My internet just went out of nowhere when I was working on this earlier. And I don't know how long it was out for. I was just sitting talking to myself for a minute. So it could have been on my end too. But yeah, I don't know. The internet's been acting kind of funky today. It keeps going out. So if I cut out again for any reason, just stick around. I will be back because I really want to finish this diorama piece today. But yeah, so far I just finished painting the green on the trees. I got my blow dryer out, so I didn't have to wait on that drying too long. And now we got another fresh coat of white snow on the trees. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. So my next step is going to be to add some glitter to the bottom so it'll look like some snow. Just adds another element, adds some more texture, adds some, you know, a little more interest, I feel like. So I think I can... Thank you so much, BT. I appreciate it. Do you do art as well? Are you an artist or crafter, or do you just enjoy watching art streams on YouTube? But thank you so much. I appreciate you coming back too. It's always nice to know that there's people out there who are watching, so I feel like I'm not just talking to myself. But you know, it's all part of the fun of framing. So now I'm going to grab my Mod Podge, and I'm going to add a layer of Mod Podge to the ground. Hopefully you can see this okay, so that the glitter will have something to stick to. And I got this idea because I didn't want it up there. I was looking at inspiration for this piece earlier on Pinterest, and I saw these people had added glitter to theirs for the snow, so I figured I'll do that for my piece too. Even though I don't really like working with glitter most of the time, just because it's so messy. I was cleaning up my glitter drawer this morning and I spilt glitter all over my shoe. It didn't go on the floor or anywhere else, so I was glad for that, but it completely glitterified my shoe. I had a pink shoe this morning, pink glittery shoe. I didn't want this Mod Podge up here, so I need to wipe that off because I don't want to cover the bottom of these trees up with glitter. Where at in the world are you from, BT? If you want to answer. If not, that's totally cool too. I'm out here in Cali, Out here in the mountains. Tinker with all types of stuff. I always have right now. Oh, you're doing some pottery. Oh, that's what's up. What kind of things do you do with pottery? Do you share your art on your channel? I'm curious. That's awesome. I've done some stuff with air dry clay. And I've done regular sculpture. I took a couple of sculpture classes in college and in high school. But a couple years ago, I started messing around with air dry clay. And it's a fun medium. I love working with clay. Just to turn like a mound of clay into something like functional or whatnot is a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm curious what kind of stuff you make out of clay. Or do you sculpt on a potter's wheel, or do you just do like hand sculpting? I've only done a couple of air dry clay pieces. One of them is downstairs, but I can show you this real quick. I made this a couple years ago. This is a little jar that I made out of air dry clay. And it's far from perfect, but it's the first jar I've ever made. And I was really happy I got the lid to actually like fit on here too, which is cool. But I still need to paint it. It's just been sitting around and I had no idea what to paint it, so it's just been chilling. Yeah, I like to mess with clay too. And I made this little alien out of clay too. Because I had this alien painting and I wanted to make little alien figurines out of clay to like glue onto the frame, but yet another project I didn't get around to completing. But see, now we have snow on the bottom. I think I might add some finer glitter on here too, but I need to get this cleaned up first. Like the Indians used to use because I did. Oh wow, you even source your own clay? That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I think I could probably get some clay out of the ground where I live. There's a bunch of red clay, but that's really cool. So do you make like pots and stuff like that? What a fun hobby. Let's see. I had someone suggest that I like do a live where I'm going to add a little bit of this fine glitter on here too, just so there's a variety going on in here. But I had someone suggest that I do a live where I draw characters and then turn the characters that I draw into clay sculptures. So I thought that would be really fun to do too. I need to do that. I have some air dry clay that I got from the dollar store a couple years ago and it's just been sitting. I don't know if it's good still though. I need to see if I can still use it. Didn't really want any glitter right there, but that's okay. Do you share your sculptures and stuff anywhere online? Do you share them on YouTube? There we go. So I'm probably gonna have to blow dry this glitter because I need to glue my truck down, but I don't know if I should glue it onto this. This is my first time doing anything like this, so it's kind of a learning experience as I'm going, you could say. Oh, pinch and coil. I gotcha. Nice. And a potter's wheel. That's really cool. Man, I've tried to use a potter's wheel before in the past, and I had such a freaking hard time with it, like trying to get the clay centered on the wheel was like the hardest part for me. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the hang of it. But there was this really cool art gallery in Sacramento, and they used to have like sculpture and clay classes, and they had a wheel that you could even try to use, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I love using like clay because it's a very natural, like, you know, thing that comes from the earth. So it's like, I don't know, it kind of has that like organic element or feel or vibe to it, whatever you want to call it, which I really love. But that's awesome. I would love to see some of your clay, your sculpture pieces, your pinch pots and everything. That's awesome. I feel like everyone needs some kind of creative outlet in their life. I feel like it's such a huge part of the human being human, like to be creative and to make things, you know. I can't decide. Usually I like to put a layer of Mod Podge over glittery things so that the glitter doesn't move everywhere, but I think I'm just going to go forward with this piece and glue the truck down. I'm going to be cleaning up glitter for a while now that I used it today, but it was worth it. Oh, 5 things you made so far. Nice. So do you have like a kiln at your house to fire these things as well, or is there a place like you can fire them like by you or something? That's the one thing I liked about the air dry clay is it didn't need a kiln to use it, you know. Okay. The glitter is put away. Now I can get my hot glue gun warmed up. And I'm going to hot glue the truck to the little road now. Oh, I'm happy with how this is turning out. I have pictures. Oh, you took them down? Oh. Do you share your stuff on Instagram or anywhere? Were you feeling like, I'm kind of curious why you took them down. Because I would love to see some of your work. But I know how it is. I have Instagram and I've used Instagram for over 10 years, and some of the stuff I posted on Instagram when I first started was art that I didn't really feel like was very good, so I deleted them. But it's always good to have pictures of your old art laying around so you can kind of compare where you are now and where you were, just, you know what I mean? I feel like it's such a satisfying feeling as an artist to get to see your progression over time, you know? So I've got my hot glue gun, trying to clean up my area a little bit. I've got a lot going on right now and not much room to work. Just gotta clean it up a bit. Okay. You don't want to sit outside? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, it's been a really mild, end of the fall. We're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, but it's been really mild. It was even really nice on my birthday, and sometimes, most of the time on my birthday, it's cold and rainy, and it makes me just really not want to go do anything for my birthday. But this year I scored, and it was nice. It was a nice and sunny day, so it was a good day to go out and do something. Have you ever tried messing around with air dry clay? That way you can stay working inside and not have to fire any of your stuff. I'm just trying to clean up my area a little bit so I have some room to work. This piece is coming along though. Just have a couple more steps. Hopefully these still look like trees in the background. I feel like, I don't know why, but I want to take a gold paint pen and do some more little details in there, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay. So I guess so. Okay, I got you, BT. That's totally understandable. I get you. I did the same thing on my Instagram. there was some art on there from back in the day, and I was like, this is just too cringe for me to look at, so I took it down. So I get it. I feel you. Us artists are always our own worst critics, though, I feel like, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that I subscribe to your channel too. I didn't know that you shared stuff on your page. I want to see what you're working on. Yeah, air dry clay. Let me show you. It doesn't require any kind of firing or oven or anything to dry. Like, there's polymer clay, which you have to dry it in a kiln or something. But yeah, it's just this is all old and dried up now. They have this package. I got it from Walmart. It was like $10, and it's just called modeling clay, air dry clay, and it doesn't require any kind of. You don't have to use anything to fire it. You just sculpt whatever you want to sculpt out of it, and then I think it takes like 48 hours to dry, and then you got yourself a sculpted piece with no like kiln or anything. But yeah, that's why I really liked it, because I know with polymer clay you still have to fire it, even like in an oven or something, but you can't use your regular home oven because it's got to be something that you don't like cook or bake in because the fumes or whatever. So yeah, air dry clays might be the way to go for you during the winter time. Then you don't have to worry about going outside. Hopefully you can see this. But yeah, and it's air dry clay is super affordable. They even have it at the dollar store. I bought a couple of packets of it at the dollar store. I never got around to using it before it dried up, but yeah, they even have it at Dollar Tree. So it's time to glue this little truck down. This is the part I was looking forward to the most. Phew. There's nothing. Oh, okay. I got you. Nothing on your channel right now. But it seems like everybody. Yeah, I always encourage, like, you know, artists, creators. Like, if you have, you know, some artsy things, like, you might as well share it out with the world. You know, let everyone see your creativity, because everyone's creative drive and creativity is so unique that I feel like it's such a good way to inspire other people. Even just by seeing your art, you might inspire other people, you know? We'll just put a little bit of glue on these tires. But yeah, you should do it. I encourage anybody, if you've got. And I know us artists are always our own worst critic. So if you can push past that, it's such a freeing feeling. I'm trying to get these little strings of glue out of here before it dries. Yeah, I'm definitely subscribing to your channel today. For sure. Even if you never end up sharing your art, maybe on the off chance you do, I'll get to see some of your pottery. Woohoo! We got a truck. Let's add the little trailer. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cute. I'm happy with this. I probably should have Mod Podged everything, because usually I like to Mod Podge stuff after I paint it, but it's fine. I think it'll be all right. But yeah, just pushing past that self-doubt and pushing past that inner critic that everybody has, even us, even people who don't do art regularly. Everyone's got an inner critic. So if you can find a way to tell that inner critic to just be quiet, it feels good. And it took me a while. I mean, it's not something that happened just overnight. Oh, this doesn't want to stick for some reason. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm always here to encourage and motivate. I think it's awesome that you got a creative outlet. Yeah, that inner artist critic, it can be a hard thing to push past. So I totally get it. Hopefully this glue will stay now. All right. Stay, little camper. Oh, I'm so happy with this little truck. I've wanted to use this little truck in a project for the longest time now. This is making me happy. But yeah, you never know who you might encourage and inspire out there just by sharing your art, you know? Like, I had been wanting to do live streams for a while, but I was feeling really nervous about it for some reason. And then I found Don Drill's channel, and I was like, he really inspired me to push past that, like, that anxiety and that fear to just do it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I've been really enjoying this. It's really fun to be able to connect with other people and other artists and creatives, and that's really one of my most favorite parts about sharing my stuff anywhere online is just, you know, that whole connection with other people. Cuz I'm like a homebody, so it's kind of hard to meet people when you're sitting at home, you know what I mean? But to have this as an outlet is a lot of fun. So now I'm going to grab some scrapbook paper and I'm going to cover up the outside of this box. And I got this packet of paper from Walmart. I'm trying to not touch the snow because I know it's not dry yet. Now let's see. This might be the most difficult part of this project, I'm thinking. We'll see how it goes. I wonder if I can just cut one strip of it, not a bunch of little strips. That might work. Okay. Oh, I didn't fold it enough. There we go. We're just going to fold it along so I know where to cut. Looks cool. My daughter would like that. I keep telling... Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, I love crafting and doing art and painting, and I love just anything creative that I can do with my hands, you know? But I appreciate you spreading the word about my channel. I've been working really hard on my YouTube channel for the past year. And it's been really nice to have something to do with my time too. Because yeah, I'm a homebody, and I mean, I like to be productive with my time. I don't like just sitting around. So it's cool that I have this as an outlet too. And it's a way for me to be social. So all in all, it's been great. A great outlet. There we go. We're going to do something like that. Yeah, this is a super inexpensive project to do too. Like, I got the box and the truck from the dollar store. You can find glitter at the dollar store. The only thing I didn't get from the dollar store was this paper. But you could even just use regular construction paper. It doesn't have to be fancy plaid paper. Even like a red or a green would look just as nice. Uh-oh, that's fine. But that's awesome. So your daughter likes to do creative things as well. She likes to get crafty. There we go. You're a homebody too, yeah. Isn't it nice to be able to get on the internet and just chat away with people? I have like a group of friends, like online friends that I game with too. Like I'm a very social person, like, and I need to have some kind of outlet, you know. Whoops. So I just have this scraper for my Cricut, but if you don't have one of these, you can always use like a credit card or debit card or whatever, library card. And it just kind of helps smooth out the paper so there's no bubbles in it. And this worked out perfect. I guess we'll see how good I glued that truck down now. Oh, it's staying. I'm getting glitter everywhere, but the truck's staying, so that's good. Yeah, I found these boxes at Dollar Store, and they have bigger boxes too there, like ones that are a little bit deeper, so you'll have more space to work with, but this one's working out fine for what I need it for. Yeah, Dollar Store has great crafting things. They've got, I think they even have like little resin or epoxy kits that you can get from there now too. That's another like medium I'd really like to try at some point is resin pouring, because I would feel like it would look really cool to pour resin on my paintings, but I'm really kind of intimidated by it. Just seems like it's kind of complicated, so maybe one day. It's on my bucket list. There we go. I'll just wrap that around like that. That'll work. Perfect. I just need one more little piece for this side. She's like, says, oh, nice. And she paints them too and hot glues, gets hot glue on everything. Oh my gosh, she must be such a proud papa having a creative child like that. That's cool. Yeah, right? I love the creative aspect of YouTube and social media for sure. And it's like the older you get, the harder it is to meet people. Like it's harder to make friends the older I've gotten, I feel like. So it's cool to be able to get on here and connect with people. And it's people from all over the world. Like there's a lot of people who watch my channel that are from like India and the UK and the Philippines and places I've never been to before, which is really cool to know. Like people from all over the world are watching me do my thing. Just a quick, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to make this one a little bit better than that. Here we go. Hard to make friends nowadays, but I don't think it's just because we're overthinking. Yeah, people, you're so right. People are way different nowadays. Like, I don't know, some like they get on the internet. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Ever since 2020, people have really changed a lot. But yeah, like I live out in the middle of nowhere too, so it's harder to meet people too because of where I live. And I do love just being at home. Oops. I got all that going out stuff done when I was younger. Now I just want to chill at home and hang with the pups. Okay. There we go. Make sure I got a nice... There we go. I'm not going to worry about covering the bottom or the back of it because where I'm going to have mine, you're not going to be able to see either of those, so I'm not going to trip on that. Now I just need to cover up this edge with some nautical rope wherever I put that. I made such a good little mess today. What did I do with my rope? Just trying to clean my area up a little bit before I move on to my next. I don't have a huge mess when I'm done with this. Okay, here's my rope. There we go. right. Yeah, who knew little wood trees from the dollar store could make such a cute little thing? I kind of wish I would have like gotten one huge strip of paper so I didn't have this gap right here, but you can't really tell. You can't really see it, so I'm not going to stress out about it. It's taken me a while to get here, but when I was younger and making like something like this, a craft or a painting, I would get so hung up on the details that it got to the point where I didn't even enjoy making stuff anymore. And so I had to push past that. Push past the perfectionism and just let whatever happens, happens, you know? I was hoping this would cut. I could cut this a little bit. There we go. Just cut this little extra piece that's sticking off here. So did you get all your Christmas decorations up? Do you decorate for Christmas? I think after I'm done with my stream today, I'm going to go decorate my living room because I haven't done that yet. I've been slacking this year. I don't know if I should just fold this over so I don't have to risk cutting it too short. I think we're just going to fold it back there. That's fine. Maybe I'll try to cut it. There we go. But yeah, if you're going to make this and you're going to be putting this in a place where you can see the back, you can just paint it a nice red or green or whatever. I just want this to fit a little bit better. There we go. Perfect. Woohoo, we're making progress. That's what's up. Put a tree up and oh nice, and stockings. That's what's up. Cool. Do you have like custom stockings? I made some little stockings a couple years ago for my dogs. Because I don't have kids, but I have dogs, and they're like my kids, so they get spoiled. I got these stockings from the dollar store, and then I used my Cricut to put their names on it. But I feel like you could even use puff paint and just put the names on it. It's always kind of a cute little touch. But that's awesome. You got some decorations up. I just decorate the inside a little bit. Just the living room. I don't decorate the whole. That's just too much for me. But the living room always looks nice. Put a little tree up, and I've got these two like big shelf thingies that I decorate with some Christmas stuff. But yeah, I didn't even really feel like decorating much this year. I was just gonna do the tree, but then I'm like, I might as well decorate. I have all this stuff. I just need this hot glue gun to warm up a little bit. And then I'm gonna glue this onto the edge. Just to add some more texture, some more depth, some more dimension. Just adds a nice little special touch to it. I kind of wish I would have done more with the trees. Some little highlights or something to it, but that's fine. Hindsight's 20/20, right? Just gonna keep pushing forward here. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this whole project into a video, a long form video that I'm gonna be posting on Sunday, and I'll have the directions and everything. So if you or anyone you know might want to make this project, I will have the materials and directions and everything on my YouTube channel. I just need to fix this rope a little bit. So this is nautical rope that I also found at the dollar store. Literally the only dollar store was the glitter and the paper. But I know Dollar Tree does have glitter. I don't know what kind of paper they have. If they have any scrapbooking paper or just construction paper. And if you're not a fan of glitter, which I know some people just have a rule in their house that they don't use glitter, you can always use a piece of white felt for like the snow, which I almost did. I almost just got a piece of white felt and put it on the bottom, but I thought the glitter would just add a nice little extra touch to it, you know? Thank you. I appreciate that. I made one little Christmas diorama a couple years ago, and I did that same technique where I glued the rope onto the front of it just because it adds a nice little element to it, but it also covers up the edge of the paper. So there's a couple different reasons to add the rope to there. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I used to really hate editing videos, and like that was my most hated part about doing YouTube, but I feel like I've learned a lot over the past year on how to edit them. And like before, when I was making videos, I would include like the entire step, but now I know I just need to include like snippets, and it's been working out. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I just use this app on my phone called CapCut, and it's a free video editing app, and there's some really cool features on it. Like honestly, I'm surprised it's free, like it's that good. But thank you. It's something I definitely had to work at it, not something that just came naturally to me. So at first I really hated it. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little hot glue. But I really like to shorts. Like YouTube shorts are so much fun. Like I love seeing the different that are like going viral, and then like trying to like make them into like an artist version has been like so much fun for me. I don't know if you saw that that trend with Barron Trump, and he's saying, "I like my suitcase," and everyone was making videos for that. And I made my own version of it. I think I posted it on Monday because I keep all of my paints in this antique suitcase. So I was like, oh, I can get in on this trend. I use a suitcase for holding on my paint. So that was fun. That was a really fun sound to use. It's hilarious. I just thought it was so hilarious. I was like literally laughing the whole time I was making the video. But yeah, I like making like silly little videos like that too. Yeah, I think the hardest part for the long form videos is just trying to figure out what I actually need to include, because I found that I don't need to include the whole process. And yeah, figuring that out and then not having to like film the whole thing has really helped a lot, especially with my phone storage. Because that's one of the hardest parts about making YouTube videos is I'm always using up all the storage on my phone. Oh, I'm happy with this. Okay. I'm going to chop this off right here. This is some pretty thick rope. There we go. And then I'll just glue that to cover the edge of that up, I guess. I love this hot glue gun. It has this nice fine tip to it. Finding this hot glue gun was really a life changer for me as a crafter. Because most hot glue guns have that real thick tip to them, and it's hard to get a nice coat of paint in these little areas like this. Whoops. Gotta press that down and make sure it's on there good. I don't know if I should overlap this or just cut it to the edge. I think it like kind of looks nice overlapped. I think I'm gonna overlap it. Oh. I was attempting to do that while I gave up. Yeah, it's this app called CapCut. It's super good and it's super easy to learn how to use. The thing that was really hard for me before, like trying to edit videos, was like just trying. CapCut is just like so straightforward. And like there's a ton of videos like on YouTube, like because there's features on there that I just recently like learned how to use. But yeah, CapCut. I highly suggest it if you're looking for a good video editor. They have like an app for your phone, and they also have an app that you can download on the computer. But I feel like it's faster for me to use my phone. Probably because my laptop's slow. But yeah. Yeah, I got mine at Walmart too. You've heard of CapCut. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a really nice app to use, and it's like there's so many cool features on it that are free that I feel like a lot of other apps you would have to pay for it. Oh my gosh! I think it's done. I think it's done. Woohoo! I'm so happy with it. Okay, now looking back, the only things I would have done different, let's do a review, is I would have added maybe some highlights to my trees and maybe add a little bit of glitter in the background of snow, which I could still go back and do, but I'm just going to leave it as is. I think it's fine. Thank you, BT. I appreciate it. There's the little snowy areas, the little trees, the happy little trees in the snow. And then I've got the handles covered up with the black paper and the black paper covered by this. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! So satisfying to see a project like come to fruition, you know? Well, thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with me today. I appreciate it. It was nice to get to know you more, and I'm going to definitely have to subscribe to your channel so I can see your work whenever you feel like posting it up there. But yeah, here's one final look at it. A little here. There's the sides. I really appreciate everyone who stopped in and said hi and given me a thumbs up on the video and everything. If you want to make your own, I'm going to be coming out with a long form video on Sunday. And I'll have all the materials and the directions and everything that you'll need to make this. And I do have a couple of other do-it-yourself Christmas decor pieces on my channel if anyone out there is wanting to make some of your own custom Christmas decor. I will be live again either tomorrow or on Friday. I will post it as a community post on my YouTube, and I'll post on my Instagram story and Facebook story whenever I'm planning on going live. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and thank you again for all of your support. And yeah, I hope I will see you guys at the next live, and everyone have a good day. Take it easy. Bye, BT. Bye, everybody. Much love, y'all. Oh. Bye.